the sea rises. A wall of water splits the horizon. Tonight we watch ships meet nature at its absolute worst. Fast cuts of towering waves smash decks and sweep containers away. The wind screams, crew brace and pray for survival. North Atlantic, a freighter fights a ridge taller than the bridge, water cascading like a waterfall. Lightning forks across the sky, illuminating chaos. Radar blinks red as captains shout orders over impossible roar. Pacific Typhoon Corridor. Watch as a bulging wall of water forms a monstrous crest and collapses down. This compilation pulls the rawest, most terrifying moments caught at sea. Stay close. The worst is still coming. Atlantic shipping lane. A rogue wave appears without warning, towering above the ship like an island. Deck crews scramble, lines snap like twigs. The hull groans as water engulfs everything not bolted down. Southern Ocean? Watch a research vessel swallow a wall of white bow-buried instruments screaming alarms. Rogue waves often form where currents and swell clash, creating a sudden, solitary giant that can crush a ship's stability. Cape Horn, a bulk carrier lists heavily as a monstrous swell rolls under her, containers tumbling like dice. Survivors later describe the sound like an avalanche at sea, a crushing, toothless thunder that shakes the hull to its bones. Hurricane Ale 220. Massive spiral bands tighten as a hurricane. Tears open the ocean. Winds topping 200 kilometers per hour. A bulk tanker fights a relentless onslaught. Waves pile up like stacked cliffs. Visibility drops to zero in sheets of spray. Lightning cluster 250. Thunderstorms wrapping an eyewall send bolts slashing the sky, each strike striking instruments and lights. Watch as a cargo ship loses electrical power. Navigation falters and the crew fights to steer through opaque, boiling seas. Meteorologists warn of storm surge and freak seas. Outside, nature writes its own rules. Ships are tiny, fragile toys beneath it all. Open Ocean Rescue 320. Rescue helicopters fight wind shear to reach stranded sailors clinging to a listing vessel. Cargo loss. Whole stacks of containers slide and crash, sending twisted metal and hazardous cargo into the sea. A naval frigate lists hard as a wave slams her beam. Ballast shifts. Pumps roar, but water keeps winning the contest. Engine failure. Pout of propulsion. A vessel becomes prey to the tide. Anchors drag. Hope shrinks with every wave. Survival often hinges on tiny choices. A stern angle, closed hatch, a final weld. Training becomes the thin line between life and loss. Capsize, near miss. Watch debris slam the hull. The ship shudders, rights, and keeps fighting. A testament to design and luck. Rescue teams and nearby vessels race in. Sometimes minutes matter. Sometimes the ocean keeps her secrets forever. Calm returns slowly. Wreckage drifts like silent witnesses. Investigations will follow, but the footage is a blunt reminder of ocean fury. Engineers redesign. Policies change. Mariners study these moments to make tomorrow safer. But the sea always demands respect. Survivor testimony. It came from nowhere. We thought it would take us all. Their voices haunt every replay. As viewers, we watch and learn. Respect weather forecasts. Give ships space. And remember that nature's scale dwarfs our bravest machines. Final montage, quick flashes of the most terrifying moments, lightning, towering walls, frantic crews, and narrow escapes. If this moved you, hit subscribe and ring notifications. We post more storm and sea footage every week. Stay safe and respect the ocean.